Welcome back. Okay, today I want to tell you about snap to grid, setting the transport and zoom ratios. Okay, so why are these tied together? They're tied together because of snap to grid. Snap to grid, when it's on, allows us to snap to a certain value. So when I press right arrow now,
bar 2 beat 1 tick 0, bar 3 beat 1 tick 0.
I'm moving by a bar because I've got moving by a bar selected. If I select beats with Shift F5,
snap to beats,
and do it,
bar 3 beat 2 tick 0, bar 3 beat 3 tick 0, bar 3 beat 4 tick 0, bar 4 beat 1 tick 0.
Okay, so we're moving by beats. I'll go to the beginning.
Bar 1 beat 1 tick 0.
And that's because snap to grid is on. It snaps us to those values. And the options we've got are Shift F5, F6, F7, and F8, which is beats,
snap to beats, snap to 1 bar,
a bar,
snap to 2 bars,
2 bars,
snap to 4 bars,
or 4 bars. So we'll go back to a bar.
snap to 1 bar,
And they work because snap to grid is on. But if we turn snap to grid off, and we do that with Alt Shift and 5,
setting the snap to grid status, snap to grid off,
we've turned it off, and we've pressed the arrow key,
bar 1 beat 1 tick
the
1,
right arrow key,
bar 1 beat 1 tick 2, bar 1 beat 1 tick 3, bar 1 beat 1 tick 4, bar 1 beat 1 tick 5.
we're moving by a tick, an incredibly small amount. Okay, we'll go back to the beginning because it's easier to hear.
Bar 1 beat 1 tick 0.
And that's because of the zoom ratio. We've currently got 1 second selected. So the choices we have here are Alt Shift F1, F2, F3, and F4, which are for
Zooms to 1 second.
1 second,
Zooms to 10 seconds.
10 seconds,
Zooms to 1 minute.
1 minute,
Zooms to 10 minutes.
and 10 minutes. We'll go back to 1 second.
Zooms to 1 second.
So what does that mean? That basically means the UI zooms in to allow somebody to work on audio or whatever it is in finer detail. So it gives them greater control. But it also affects the transport movement amount. So with Alt Shift F1 selected, we move by
bar 1 beat 1 tick 1.
1 tick. If we do Alt Shift F2,
Zooms to 10 seconds.
for 10 seconds,
Bar 1 beat 1 tick 11. Bar 1 beat 1 tick 22.
that's by about 10, 11 ticks. Alt Shift F3,
Zooms to 1 minute.
and press right arrow.
Bar 1 beat 1 tick 87. Bar 1 beat 1 tick 152. Bar 1 beat 1 tick 217.
That's about 60 something ticks. And Alt Shift F4,
Zooms to 10 minutes.
we'll go to the beginning because it's easy
Bar
to
1 beat
hear
1 tick
it.
0. Bar 1 beat 2 tick 265.
So 265.
Bar 1 beat 4 tick 146. Bar 2 beat 2 tick 27.
So we're moving by about 260 something ticks there.
Bar 1 beat 1 tick
Go
0.
back to the beginning. So we change that with Alt Shift F1, F2, F3, and F4, and that's when snap to grid is off, and that allows, like I say, to do very small edits, to draw ranges over, very small positions. If you want to work with ticks, you can do that, and you can do that with a zoom ratio when snap to grid is off. So we'll put it back on again with Alt Shift and 5.
Setting the snap to grid status. Snap to grid on.
And press the right arrow key.
Bar 2 beat 1 tick 0. Bar 3 beat 1 tick 0.
And we're back to a bar again. Okay, so we'll go to the home.
Bar 1 beat 1 tick 0.
So just to summarize, snap to grid on, we can set the transport amount with Shift F5, F6, F7, and F8 for beats, a bar, 2 bars, and 4 bars respectively. When snap to grid is off, we can change the zoom ratio with Alt Shift F1, F2, F3, and F4, okay, to different zoom ratios. And then we will move by smaller amounts. We turn snap to grid on and off with Alt Shift and 5.